everybody here
That would be
tonight.
me. Yes.
I would like for you to come up to the podium, please. I asked them to come in. I don't do social media. I just don't. But I have a social media page. I have no friends. Except Jack. But what comes up on this social media, I guess, is what is called reels or videos. And what I've noticed is there's a ton of information being put on there about volunteer high school athletics and other things that's going on in volunteer. And I've seen where they are now starting to reach out and reporting on the middle schools. So I thought that these folks needed to have an opportunity to tell us what they're doing, why they're doing it, and who's doing it. Does that make sense?
It does.
And maybe challenge some other schools to try to get the same thing going, because communication is essential to everything that we do. So if you'll introduce yourself and just tell us, walk through what you got started at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this? I think this works. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, public speaking is not my thing. I'm happy to be behind social media and not in front of a crowd. You do this part well, I'll handle the social media part well. So, Volunteer Sports Network kind of originated around 2012, and at the time, I believe Coach Whalen was the athletic director for Volunteer High School. And he had a group of people, from my understanding, he had a group of people, they wanted to do, some play-by-play coverage, just different things for football and then maybe basketball and other sports. And I think over the course of the 12 years and stuff, it's been all, volunteer community members, people who've picked up and covered the games and took care of just getting those out there to the public. Last year, my two co-founders was approached with the opportunity to cover football. They are both Volunteer High School alumni, and they are both previous Falcon football athletes. And they jumped on the idea. They thought it'd be a fun time, and so that started. Somewhere along the lines, we got asked to cover volleyball when they started their historic season last year at Volunteer, and there was some students that were having an interest in maybe helping, seeing what all this consisted of, how they could do this. Maybe they wanted to go into radio broadcasting. And I blinked, and somehow now we've covered well over, I think, 50 events at Volunteer High School for radio coverage. We are now able to provide video coverage of certain events as well. I'm actually going to be leaving here right after this and taking care of volleyball that's going on tonight. But we've done a lot. I would be here all night if I really went through all that we've done. It's took a lot. When we started doing it, we noticed that the schools in our community in general, not just Volunteer High School, but the middle schools, Cherokee, even if you go into Kingsport or Granger County or wherever, these students, they work hard. It doesn't matter if they're student athletes, it doesn't matter if they're in the classroom. They are putting in so many hours that is going unnoticed. Personally, this week I have covered football, I have covered golf, and then I've spent time with cross country, soccer, volleyball, and other sports over the summer watching their practices. In case anybody's wondering, golf is a hard sport. I learned that yesterday when they were on the course for, I think it ended up being close to 4 hours in 90-degree weather. And we had one who, forgive me, my terminology is off, but he had a 33 on his. He was 3 shots away from the school record. That's the work that they're putting. They're carrying their bags, they're going across the course, and then you have soccer who's putting in long days and practices, and they're in the heat. Football, I could go on and on. But we really wanted to bring attention and opportunities to what these athletes are doing. They are putting in so much time. They're keeping up with homework. Most of them are averaging over 3.5 GPAs. Most of them are, well, if not all, are super involved within the school and other organizations. And it's something that's important. They are our next generation that's coming up. All of these kids, whether it's middle school, high school, that is who is coming up. I believe that we should be giving back to them as much as we possibly can. You all do a phenomenal job at doing that, and I'm thankful that I get to also provide an opportunity. In March of this year, we actually was able to originate as a nonprofit, so we are on file with the state of Tennessee as an official nonprofit corporation, and we are operated by a board of directors. I am listed as the president of the nonprofit. And then we have 2 full-time radio personalities who are also my other co-founders. That would be Frank Sora and Josh Sawyer. We had 2 regular standing volunteers last year who were both students at Volunteer High School. They put in combined over 500 hours of volunteer time while also in school and doing one. One is graduated now and one is a junior at Volunteer. And we actually was inspired by them and their hard work, and was, after we formed as a nonprofit, we were able to create a scholarship. And so we named that scholarship after those students, and hope to start providing that to other students at Volunteer High School this year. And that will be for students who are interested in broadcasting, maybe networking, marketing, anything that we kind of do at Volunteer Sports Network. Like Chairman Christian said, we did take on the middle schools this year. That is a slow process. We're trying to, we're only 5 people, and of course that's some of part-time because I also hold a full-time job as well. And so we're doing the best that we can. A lot of it is we're getting fed the information and we're able to post that out there. We have a reach of, I think, 6,000 followers across all of our platforms, and it's able to get a lot of things. I've heard comments that I've had family members watching in other states. They've got to watch their grandsons, nieces, nephews, whomever play sports because they've never gotten to see that before. And it's a lot. It's not easy, but it's a good opportunity, and I strongly encourage anybody that has the ability to even take the time. Go to a golf match, go to a track meet. I know Coach Lasher was up here. I've actually spent some time talking to him and kind of seeing how we can help, other areas as well. But spend time with these kids. Go to the events that they're doing. Take a day and just to go see the work that they put in and meet them and love them as much as we do, I think. But I am happy to answer any questions at any point. Like I said, I will be going to finish covering the volleyball match that is tonight, but you all are more than welcome to reach out to us. Like I said, my name is Hannah Sawyer, and I am all over social media, unfortunately. But I'd be more than happy to meet and speak with you all and look how we could further the opportunity to other schools within the county. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.